What is up, my saucy little chicken? Welcome back to today's episode of Talk Saucy to Me. I have a super special episode for you today. I have a very good friend of mine that's going to be sitting next to me. Why I wanted to bring her on is I started in this industry late in life, and God, I wish I started earlier. My parents starting me in classes earlier, me just having, that urge to go to class. I wish I had it earlier, but this young woman has, and she has created a extensive resume with the few years in her life that she has had. So please welcome my friend Kaycee.
Sorry. Screaming. Oh my God, I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy that you could be here.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
We're going to talk saucy
today. We're going to put a lot of sauce on this episode. I'll tell you that. She's got a whole lot of sauce coming from New York, and you just moved to California.
I did.
Gosh, how's that move going?
I mean, I've always been, so all my life, born and raised in Queens, New York.
She said all her life, and it's like a couple decades. Keep going. God, it must be rough.
Yeah, my age, I'm not sure. I mean, you guys can guess my age, but yeah, that's why she's saying that. All my life, been born and raised Queens, New York, and I've been back and forth with LA because my agencies have always been bi-coastal. I never found the time to settle in LA just because I've been constantly working in New York.
Always on the go, yeah.
Grateful and thankful. So yeah, I feel that I have a love-hate relationship with LA, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
I feel like I just love it, but I feel like it's kind of like a wanderlust type of situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's great for our industry, it's great for work. And I guess I'm biased because I'm from New York, but I just think the culture, the people, the food is just so much better. Like, East Coast all the way. Like, I don't know. LA gotta step it up a little.
You know what, though? I love that within the first couple minutes, Kaycee is talking about food, because my favorite story with Kaycee so far, we just got off of a tour together.
I already know what she's gonna say. You guys.
And she was my roommate when we were out in Europe, when we toured Europe.
Yes.
We were out in Europe. She was my roommate, and we decided that we wanted to have a cute little girly night. And cute little girly night turns into the most expensive dinner I have ever spent money on. This is the only person sitting next to me that could ever get me to spend $400 on a plate of food.
We each paid $400, by the way. It wasn't the total. We each paid $400.
Correct. And then let me
For
also just
one shared meal.
Yes.
That's how expensive.
And let me just remind you, like, it's I do need to say I don't have money like that. So it's not like I could just blow $400. But when the check came and she didn't bat an eyelash, I was like, yeah, here's my card.
Please.
Literally. So anyway,
Listen, I come from a hustling city too. It's not that easy.
yes. No, she is a hustler. So God, why? Excuse me. She is a hustler, and that's what I want to get into, because I talked about your extensive resume. Could you just give our listener like a little rundown of the people that you have worked with?
Yeah, of course. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I've danced. Let's start off right out of high school. I was 18. I graduated high school, and off the bat, I danced for the NBA, for the New York Knicks, for 4 years, before and after the rebrand.
Go
That's
Knicks.
a whole nother New York or nowhere, baby. That's a whole nother story that we can get into. And then in between there, like in between doing the NBA, I worked with Busta Rhymes. I worked with Tinashe, Iggy Azalea, Jadakiss, Quavo, Lenny Kravitz, and thanks to like my agencies, the networking that I've been working on, just like growing up, connecting, making myself known in New York, getting to work with amazing creative directors, Fatima Robinson, Jessica Castro, Jeremy Green, so many people in the industry.
Just to name a few. Like, what? She just dropped a scroll on all of us, and we're just like, okay.
with that, like,
It's casually.
so grateful for it, honestly, and being able to just grow up in a city that is like the world's capital, but also a city that's known for the industry that we are working with. Like, it's either New York, LA, Atlanta. It's very much, I'm so grateful to just be from a city that allowed me to have those opportunities.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was able just to do the VMAs, Victoria's Secret.
Victoria's Secret, she should be walking as an angel. I'm just saying. Victoria's Secret, if you're listening,
Look
which I
who's
know you
talking.
are.
Look who's talking.
We have an
Like,
angel
look at this face.
amongst us.
AI. This girl's AI.
No, gosh, I paid her to say that, honestly. I'll pay you later. Do you take Zelle? So, no, but I don't mean to cut you off because your resume is extensive, and I would love our listener and our viewer to go ahead and follow you on Instagram where they can then see what you progress into, because it's already, I mean, like I said, she dropped a scroll, and that's only so many years that you've been in the industry, babe. But what I really want to touch on is what you and I connected with really off rip. So I've been in this industry for 5 years, and I've worked with a lot of people differentiating in age range, right? And I've noticed such a difference, and there's nothing wrong with the other side, but the side that I'm a part of is I came from a team. I was a cheerleader, and I was a dancer, a brand ambassador, if you will. So for me, I kind of just knew I don't want to say my role, because like when you reach a certain level, you're a professional. So it's like, really, what are the roles? Unless you have a captain and stuff like that. But I think there's just like a certain level of respect that comes from people that start on teams. And I kind of just want to talk about the difference between dancing for the NFL and the NBA, because I just feel, and I also was with the NHL, but I gotta be honest, I'd like to talk about the NFL a little bit more, just because the NHL people are like, really, dancers? They're fantastic. I loved that being my stepping stone, but what I am really known for is the NFL. So anyways, so what was that? For us, the training was, during the weekdays, we had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we trained. And then we had our games on Sunday, but sometimes Saturday rehearsals as well, leading up to some like halftime shows that we had. What was your training like? Because I feel like it's so different, because the NBA season is so much.
It's long, and it's not just like one day a week of a game. We have multiple games a week. And then especially in playoffs, it gets crazy. By the way, go Knicks.
Go
Hello?
Knicks.
You're in playoffs. Oh, he put the thumbs down. No, absolutely not. We can't be friends.
I'm a Heat fan, but okay, because I'm from Miami. Come on, go Heat. That's
okay.
That's
okay. Fair. But
I like the Knicks.
What'd you say?
I like the Knicks. Okay, keep going.
I would say, I mean, it's changed every year because there was a rebrand with the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
So, but my rookie season, I remember the rookies had like their own rehearsal, and then followed by like 3 days a week with rehearsal with everybody else. And in between those rehearsals, we would have game day. So we would have also like 3 to 4, maybe 2, or maybe 1. It varied depending on the week.
Wow.
Game days, and sometimes would be like a doubleheader, like back-to-back game days.
Wait, that's so, hold on. I gotta time out for a second, because my ADHD, I'll forget everything that you just said. But that's so wild to know that. So the rookies had rehearsals privately, like by themselves, and then the veterans would come in? Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's really interesting. For anybody
but that was just like my rookie season that I experienced that. Okay. All the other 3 years after that, it wasn't like that.
So it could be different now.
It could be different. I don't know. I feel like each NBA team is different. At least for my experience with KCD, we had our own rookie rehearsal, and then vets came in and rehearsed with us, especially when we had to set the dances, and then also just like feed off of them and, like learn from them. But yeah. I
do find that really helpful, with the Miami Dolphins. Maybe you don't know. I don't know why I said, but with the Dolphins, I did enjoy when I was a rookie rehearsing with the veterans, because there was so much for me to learn, and I would look at those women and I would see certain things that they did, like hair flips, or like certain moments that they like maybe play with the crowd a little bit more, and like certain turns and stuff. I felt like I was a sponge, which you should be as a rookie, but that's what I really enjoyed. However, I would say, no offense to the girls, but like, come on, we're all grown women at this point. There's an offense to this. I would have loved if some of y'all weren't at my rehearsals as a rookie, because I would have loved to have just like honed in on who I was personally, but that's really interesting. So how did you feel about that? Did you feel like it put you at a slight disadvantage, or more of an advantage to find yourself in your way as a dancer and performer?
For me, I personally love being pushed and challenged. And like I didn't take it, I was 18 at the time, so I didn't really take it as like bringing me down. Honestly, I was just like, okay, give me more. I like it. Like, keep bringing in people that I could dance next to and challenge myself to be bigger and to be better. I learned so much my rookie season. My rookie season was the hardest season ever of my time with KCD. Granted, like obviously it changed every year because it went from 25 girls to 8 girls. They made a cut my second season. So
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That cut is like the scariest cut. I know. And also I feel like that's with any professional team. If you're trying to or wanting to audition, if you're a hopeful or maybe somebody that's already gone through it, you understand that those cuts when they come, like it's a scary time in your process.
For us, like we had a 1-year contract, so like your spot was never always guaranteed. Like you always had to re-audition every single year.
Same.
Yeah, so like you would get it, but that cut from 25 girls, because the brand has been like 25 girls, and then a great, amazing creative director came in to rebrand the whole thing and just went from 25 to 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a large cut. But then that applies a lot of pressure to you guys, which obviously you thrive under pressure. That's what you said. And that's a lot of pressure applied to you to then rise up to fill that void of that many people that are now cut. Wow, that's actually really cool. I kind of like that. I also thrive under pressure. Like if it's super uncomfortable, I love it. Throw me in. I want to be uncomfortable.
That adrenaline keeps me going.
Yeah,
it's
gosh.
something about just like,
I think is that like a syndrome? Does anybody know if that's like there's like a name for that?
Like, yeah, what is
like obsessed with feeling uncomfortable and finding comfortableness in the uncomfortableness?
That's a good thing because I feel like a lot of people struggle with being uncomfortable.
100%.
So
now my next question.
Dime.
Dime in Spanish. En Espanol. Oh, that brings me to actually ADHD sidetracked. Kaycee is really, really good at hablang Espanol.
Oh my God.
So
I try. It's been a process, but it's getting there, and I'm actually pretty proud of my progress, but it could be better.
And it could be better for me. Hello, I was just in the Latin industry for 6 years, actually, if you count all the music videos that I did. Period. So with that being said, I should know more Spanish. Kaycee, could you teach me a Spanish word?
Word of the day?
A word of the day.
Spanish word of the day.
You all are going to learn with me because I keep saying I'm going to learn and then I don't. So now I'm having you guys hold me accountable and I'm holding you accountable.
I think this is actually my favorite word.
Okay.
And it's so silly, but something about Spanish, it's so it's a beautiful language. It really is a beautiful language.
It's
sexy. It's just sexy, affectionate,
so
like it got a little something to it.
Yeah.
My favorite word, it's so silly, but it just sounds so good.
Tell me.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Say cadera.
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 Do you know what that means?
No.
It's my favorite word, you guys, and it's so silly.
Please tell me it's something dirty.
No.
What is it?
It could be, but it's a body part. It means hip. It's literally
dramatic pause in Espanol.
And it just sounds so like
it's my hip.
Yeah.
God, I really thought that it was going to be something a little bit sexier on my body, huh?
Right, but that's what Spanish does. It's just like.
Gosh, with my age, my cadera really hurts in the morning. How do you use that?
I was going to say something, but it was a little dirty. I don't want to say it.
It will hurt after certain things. Cadera will hurt after certain activities.
Talk?
Yeah, you could talk like that. You could talk like that. You could say shit. Shit. Okay, now I want to go back. Now ADHD is bringing me back to the conversation that we were just having.
Okay.
I need to know the dynamic with you and your fellow dancers. Like, are you close with them? Do you consider them your best girlfriends? Like, what was that like? And I gotta be honest, whenever anybody asks me about cheering for the Dolphins or the Panthers, they'll be like, did you date any of the players? And
That's
are
a
you
very-
friends with all the girls?
That's the number one question that we always get. It's
That's
either
what
if
I'm
you
saying.
do you talk to the players? How are you and the girls?
Yes, how are you and the
Yes.
girls? To be honest, I'm staying away from the players. Like, I'm sorry, I don't care to talk about men. But what I do want to talk about is actually we'll get into men, just not those men. Ew, whatever. I'm more interested in the girl talk. I need to know, and I need you to be so honest with me.
With NBA?
Yeah, NBA.
Okay. With my girlfriends from the NBA, I'm going to be so honest with you.
Please.
It was a sisterhood. There was not one, and I've been there for 4 years. My experience with them, like, and I'm not just saying this because I am media trained.
She is.
Okay.
I don't know if you can tell, but like as soon as she started talking, I was like, shit, nothing's gonna get past this one.
I am media trained, but honest, like, I had a very good relationship with each and every one of those girls on the team each year. Like, obviously, even if I danced with them for 1 year, like, it was a 1 year experience and grew apart. But like, my time on the team, it was actually a beautiful bond. It was so special. And I am really grateful for that, because I know that sometimes in the industry and like teams like that, especially when it's 25 girls, 8 girls, and it can get either small or big. People can create cliques and this, that, especially if there's like a level of hierarchy, like with vets and captains and rookies, like it can get a little like cliquey, but I'm very grateful that it wasn't like that my time there. And we all just were like on the same page about everything. Everyone was nice. Everyone was humble. Everyone was just like trying to feed off of each other in that way. And then I feel like that was also why the team that I got to experience, the product of it on court was great. Though you could see it in the way that we perform.
Yeah.
But let me ask you that. I feel like the NFL, because I feel like your cheer team or dance team, like, it's also a bigger crowd.
Yes.
Bigger crowd.
Large.
And bigger teams. Like, you guys aren't you're not going to have 8 girls on the field.
Well, I feel like to answer that, and then it's also going to get into my next question following. I'm glad that you asked me, because I just feel like you got really lucky. It's so difficult when you are put in a room with women that you need to get along with. You need to get along with because you're a team. It's so difficult to do that when, you know, you have a year and you're spending a lot of time with these people and understanding their emotions and the way that they handle things and the way that, you know, just like reading their energies and respecting that, but also hoping that they respect your boundaries as well. Yeah, I didn't have as much luck as you. I gotta be honest. There are some women that I will say that I just adore and I will always be here for. But my experience was a little bit more difficult. I don't know if it's the NFL or if it was just personally me, if it's, you know, then the NBA is just looking at it slightly different. It was just a lot of I feel like everybody felt like they were in competition with each other. So it was very difficult to create that personal bond with people. And if you did create that bond, it's like, was it real or was it not? And I think over the years, it kind of just like showed me who has been real and who hasn't. And to be honest, I probably could have been a better teammate or a better friend following. But I'm more observant of people. And I wish that I acted more, but I more so just react appropriately. So as relationships fell off, they just fell off. And I gotta be honest, I really don't talk to maybe a handful of them. And I was on that team for 5 years. So that, you know,
honestly, like, that's relatable.
Yeah.
Like, I would say that my rookie season, I don't talk to as much as the people that were from my rookie season, to be quite honest. My best friends till this day are probably from like my second year on that team. And I'm so grateful. But that's also because maybe it's perhaps because it was just 8 girls and it was natural and organically like made that way to be just like the best of friends. But my rookie season, it was a big team and it's just like so hard. Like, my best friend from my rookie season till this day, it's only one girl that I talk to. One girl out of the 25.
Yeah.
That is just like me and her like are like this. But yeah, I totally understand that.
Yeah, and what I loved about getting into our industry, now that's getting into my next conversation, is I was on the team with Manuel for 5 years, and I got to experience 5 different groups of people. And my first group, I have 2 people that I still talk to, but I loved the girls. It's just I really didn't click with them. And then my final season was my favorite season. It was my season with you, Kaycee, and a handful of other people that we got to dance with. But it was guys and girls. It was co-ed, which wasn't what we experienced for the first 4 years, which I thought was going to get quite messy. Because if you put a sausage in a taco fest, it's like, well, I mean, honestly, sausage and tacos sounds good. And I'm not sexually speaking, but even sexually speaking, that sounds really good to me.
Say, we had a time, okay? This tour, we had a
yeah, no, we sure did.
And we're still having a time.
Oh, no, we continue to have a time. And cheers to that. We will continue to always have a time. Thank you. Anyways, sorry, we had a cheers to that because it really was. It was just such a beautiful. I'm glad that I was a part of your first tour. And I got to be honest, I'm going to say this in front of our viewer and our listener. You got really freaking lucky with this group because it is hard. It is hard when you're on tour. Like, people don't think about, people see the glamorous side of it. And the things that we have to experience together, which is early lobby calls, late shows, maybe 2 shows in a day, maybe not eating at all, maybe, not sleeping at all. The things that we have to go through, and the things that we have to go through, you have to have a good group behind you, but you don't get to choose your group, and you don't have much time with them. I mean, we only had a year together or less than.
Yeah, some people we had a full year, some people we had a month, some people we had 6 months. It changes. Tour, you never know what happens.
And it's so wild because you have to be around these people, and maybe Kaycee's not a morning person. Maybe she...
Which I'm not.
She's not, but she's very much a night person. And I'm not a night person, and I'm very much a morning person. So we've been having to figure that out. But while we're on the road, these are things people don't think about when we're traveling. But it has been such a blessing, touring with you. But now I want to know your experience with that. How did you feel? Clearly, I'm very vocal about me being very happy and pleased. But how did you feel about your very first tour? Congratulations on finishing it and going into your next chapter. I'm excited for what's to come. But yes, how was this one for you?
I think it really was a blessing because, first of all, I didn't even know about the audition. I really didn't.
That's crazy. Me neither.
I went to.
Wait, that's so bad. I'll get into why that's hilarious in a second. Please finish your thought.
I actually went to Miami just for a little girls. The audition was in Miami. I went to Miami just for a little girls trip, or just not even that. It wasn't even a girls trip. I just wanted to get away. I had seasonal depression from New York. It was cold, and I needed some.
She does that. She runs away when it gets cold in New York.
It really plays a toll on my feelings. So I just wanted to be kissed by the sun. And so I went to Miami. Actually, I was supposed to go to Puerto Rico. And then my friend was canceled, can't go. And my friend was like, why don't you just come with me to Miami, stay at my place? I was like, great, chill Miami week. The choreographer actually was teaching a class, and then my other good friend of mine was flying into Miami. I'm like, why are you flying into Miami? He's like, audition. I'm like, interesting. My good friend who's close with the choreographer who choreographed for this tour, she was like, do you want to go to this audition? And I'm looking at the dates, I'm looking at the details they're sending me, and I'm like, it's low-key overlapping with my season with the NBA, and I would have to cut it short if I do book it. I'm fine with that. It's a world tour, hello.
Right.
Another job, grateful. Just thinking about my options. I take the choreographer's class the night before. She's like, come to my audition tomorrow. And my flight was at 6 a.m. the next day. So I literally had to cancel my flight and then book another flight. Actually, I didn't even book another flight. I just canceled it. Went to the audition. That was from 10, was it 10 to 6 or something like that? It was
something like that. It was it was long.
And then my friend was leaving back to New York, so I didn't even have a place to stay. But luckily, I was staying at my friend's spot, Airbnb, who also flew in for the audition. And then I'm like, all right. I'm like, Father God, please, this is a big risk. I'm spending so much money. I already just canceled a flight that I couldn't get money back. Please let it be worth it. Let it be worth it. And I knew at the audition, it felt different in a good way. we didn't find out till like anything. They said at the end of the week, but we didn't find out till next week. And I was just like, wow. Everything happens for a reason. The butterfly effect is so crazy because if my friend didn't cancel PR, if my friend didn't invite me over to her place to stay for the audition, and then little did I know that like 6 months later I'd be in Europe. And if you were to tell me that I would be performing in like South America, Paris, Italy, Spain, traveling the world, doing what I love most, insane. And I think that experience, just meeting new people, I feel like tour in general, like traveling the world is such an eye-opening experience that I feel like America, its own little bubble. Like you need to leave the country and experience all these other countries.
I thoroughly agree with that because I feel like when I come back here, there's sometimes when I'm like, people are so incompetent. But it's just because of all the things that I get to experience when I'm on the road. We are running out of time. I don't want to cut this short, but I do want to tell a quick story really quick about the audition. So again, this is my 4th audition at this point. Or 5th audition at this point? 5th. And I come in and I'm just like, I'm the golden retriever of the group. So I come in saying hi to everybody. I see this girl and I was like, she's hot. That's scary. So I hug her immediately. I'm like, I have to hug her. I need to be hot too.
I also never experienced somebody. I'm so like dead. I literally was like, who is this girl saying hi to everybody in this room? And there was like 75 people in this room. And like me and my friend were like, who is this blonde girl? Like, she's just like so confident and just like saying hi. I've never experienced that. Usually when you walk into an audition, like you're just in your own zone. You say hi to the people that you know, but she didn't know majority of people.
I don't know anybody in there, but for me, it's just I got to be honest. That's my nervous tick. I'm so thankful that that's how I show that I'm nervous, is like being super friendly. But I have to say, so I have the audition. I don't do my best, honestly. It wasn't my best. But we had callbacks and we had to wait. So I walk outside to call my mom and I'm like, Mom, I really just like shitted on our name. I gotta be honest, that was the worst. My worst audition that I've ever had in my life. And as I'm sitting there complaining to my mom in the back, I look over and this girl is straight up tanning in the sun, not a care in the world, just tanning. And I'm like, God, it must be nice to feel this confident where you could just tan. And now that I know Kaycee, it's literally like if the sun is out and we're there, and if she can get even like 5 minutes of sun, she's already in her bathing suit. I have a theory that the theory is that you just are always wearing a bikini.
What?
Am I wrong?
I mean,
I have to figure this out. I'm gonna figure this out later.
No. Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras.
Honestly, but
I don't know. I think maybe tour has allowed me to be more in a bikini, I guess. But like, I just love the sun.
Okay,
like,
well, the sun clearly loves her. She's like Moana.
I love the sun.
Yes.
I love being kissed by the sun. So any millisecond I get, honestly, I remember even at rehearsal. I don't remember auditions doing that. I remember.
Babe, I remember it vividly.
Oh well, I feel like we had.
I think I remember your audition more than I remember mine.
Probably. But we had like a 5-minute break or something, and it was hot, and I was just like, I was so excited to just be in Miami in the sun, because New York was just like snow, depressing, gray weather, cold.
Right.
And so like I had 5 minutes and I was like, I'm inside all day auditioning, dancing, and I'm like, I need to be outside. Like the sun is calling my name. So I quite literally, I didn't have a bathing suit on.
No, she didn't. She didn't. She just like hiked up like her shorts.
I honestly, I think I had like.
We're painting a picture for you. You guys can use your imagination.
Like a little like G-string underwear. So I like.
It was hot.
I like tightened it up a little bit. So
it got hotter.
Some tan line, and then I had like my sports bra or whatever it was, and I kid you not, I was literally like this, and there was some beach chairs at the back of the studio.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like it was meant for you. No, she was taking a nap, and I was having a full-blown panic attack. We got the same call, and we both made the team, but like it's kind of crazy, you know. So I'm sorry, we are wrapping up, and I hate that I have to cut this so short. We got here late. It's raining outside. South Florida weather. You know how that goes. She does not, but she's learning. But I would love to have Kaycee back on. So please like, comment, subscribe, share your thoughts. If you want to know more things, we're going to share a little bit more information before we wrap up. But I do want to make sure that Kaycee comes back on, and I want to hear what you guys would like to know. But my one question I want to leave you with, our listener and our viewer, is if you could give somebody advice going into our industry. God, there was so much I had to ask you, but this is a good one. What advice would you give that little girl or that little boy?
Good question. One thing I will always say is just be true to yourself and always be kind and just humble yourself. Really just spread kindness and love anyone in the room, because you never know who's next to you. And it can really play a toll and effect of your time in the industry. So really just be kind, spread happiness, and just be true to yourself. And also don't give up, because you're going to get 9 out of 10, 9 no's and 1 yes.
Absolutely.
So keep it going. And yeah, I just stay truthful and just think about like your future self, that would they be proud of you, you know?
Such great advice. Such great advice. Because I do have to say, and then I will end it. What I was told a lot of the times when I was doing music videos my first year, it was a year that I was back to back to back, like nonstop booking. And I had a director come up to me, one that I had worked with for like the 6 months. And he was like, you know why I keep booking you? And it's not because I know you're going to get the job done, but because you say hi to the janitors. You say hi to, you know, everybody working behind the scenes, people that have been here since, you know, wee hours in the morning. You just make them feel seen. And I think kindness just goes such a long way, because who wants to work with people that aren't,
at this point, everybody can dance. Everybody has talent.
Yes.
But it's like what you bring to the room just as a genuine, authentic human being is what's going to get you booked. Because everyone can dance. Everyone can do the job. Everyone, you know, the looks, whatever, whatnot, but just you as like a human being and your soul and just like a person in the room, that's what people are going to want to work with, you know?
Of course. Yeah, it's like our followers and our looks and everything will eventually go away. But one thing that we can carry is our legacy. So, you know, talent eventually fades. Things happen. My cardia, or however you say it. Cadera. Dang it. Cardera. You know, that might eventually break. And then what the heck am I going to do? All I have to do is I could fall back on my name, and that's it. And what a great one. It's under Talk Saucy to me. So anyways, yes, thank you so much, Kaycee, for coming and joining us. Again, I would love to have Kaycee back. I think that we all would.
Oh, you will.
Yes. So we will continue this, hopefully a part 2, but I would love to hear from you guys and know what you're thinking and what you would like to know more from Kaycee. Kaycee, can you tell our listener and viewer how to find you, your Instagram handle maybe?
Yes, of course. You can find me on Instagram at my name, Kaycee, Kaycee.Dominguez, Dominguez, and it's also like that for my TikTok. And yeah, press that follow button.
And what's great is that you can just slow that down, because that was just a whole bunch of gibberish. I'm pretty sure that was Spanish. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe do it. If you could do it a little bit slower for the listeners that are like me.
So my Instagram handle and my TikTok, they're the same. It's my name, Kaycee, Kaycee .Dominguez, Dominguez. I'm looking at the clock, and I think that's probably why I was like,
no, I've been looking at the clock too, but I was like, can we slow this down a little bit? No, perfect. Great. Everybody go follow Kaycee. She has a lot of great things coming up. And yeah, when she has some free time, I'm going to invite her back, and we'll be more than happy to continue this conversation. She's got a lot of insight that I think you all need to hear. So
let's have a party.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you next time, and we will get super saucy.
Thank you for having me.